Hello YouTubers, Cam and Yam here. On the last day we're going to be at Strathclyde Park for quite a long time as we're heading on the Euro trip. That's been in planning for a good few months now, and it wouldn't be Strathclyde Park saying goodbye without a fantastic day here. The wind has picked up, the water's picked up with a lovely crosswind, so just experienced the park for the last time until probably next season. So I'm going to say my final goodbyes, get into the ambulance, and then we head to Italy. Oh yeah. And we've made it into the ambulance to start off the journey to Italy. It's going to be a long one, about 1,500 miles, so let's get driving. And we've fueled up because remember, fuel is fuel. Stopped off for a little bit of food, because remember, food is fuel, not just for the ambulance. And to take Yam out, yes. And to stretch the legs. And we've made it to Hudson Boatworks, just outside of Reading, just near Henley, where I used to live. But we're not going there. We're here to pick up the Lamborghini, name yet to be determined, on the way to Italy. So we're going to pick it up and then we're going to put it on the roof of the ambulance. It's all a bit of a rush because we have a time schedule to stick to, so we get to the Channel Tunnel on time and we don't miss the train. So say hello, get the Lamborghini, name yet to be determined, on the roof, and let's go. And in record time, the Lamborghini, name yet to be determined, is on the roof of the ambulance. Probably took about 20 minutes. Had the lovely help from Michelle, whoever she is, walking Yam from Hudson. But again, thank you so much to Hudson. We'll have a better look at the boat later on when we do get to Italy. But like I said, we're on a tight schedule. It looks like they've done an absolutely amazing job, and I'm sure it's going to feel great when it does get on the water in a different country that I've never rode in. But now, to the Channel Tunnel! Just a quick stop to fuel up because remember, food is fuel, and to make sure I actually make it across the other side of the channel. So now we're waiting in the waiting area to get onto the train to cross the channel underneath the channel. So it'll be my first experience of doing so, so it's going to be really exciting for me. And Yam, of course, as well. You might have seen in a little clip a second ago, we stopped at the pet check area. Yam passed with flying colours, now just chilling out and waiting until that red light there, I assume, will go green and get us to cross the channel into France, and then we're going to have a lovely little chilled out sleep, and hopefully the next couple of travel days will be a bit more relaxing.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh my god. Oh, I have been in this.
And we've made it onto the Channel Tunnel! Ah! And we've made it to France, to the parking spot. We're going to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel. It's very important, even after a sedentary day. Probably almost 12 hours, a little bit more of driving. So a very big day of driving now for a lot more relaxed travel for the next few days. days to get further south, but now for some rest, so I'll see you tomorrow. It's absolutely freezing here on day 2. Let's go north, south. Ticket for the toll roads here in France. Quick fuel stop to fuel up the ambulance, because remember, fuel is fuel. And then we're going to get some food at a French supermarket, because remember, food is fuel. And we have made it to the end of the second travel day. Yams had a great time. What a fantastic location to end the day of what seemed to be basically a lot of spending money on diesel and on tolls. We're on the edge of Switzerland and France just now. We're going to head through Switzerland tomorrow and hopefully into Italy. So let's get to tomorrow. And we've made it to the next day of travel. Much clearer than last night, although it is snowing quite a lot, so on the drive I don't think it'll be too clear. So now it's time to go through Switzerland and see how we get on going through and over the Alps. Oh yeah! It seems we've made a bit of a boo-boo. Just over there, back there, was where we were sleeping last night, and now we are stuck 30 meters from that location. So fortunately someone else was staying here overnight and is willing to help me go find someone to be able to pull us out. Always an adventure when you're out doing things that you've never done before. Maybe it was probably best not to drive on the slippy bit and go on the flat bit back that way. But we live and learn. Fingers crossed we can go find someone to help us out. And that is our new friend from Germany going that way to hopefully find someone to help just pull the ambulance, which is stuck behind me, out of its troubles. And if he can't find anyone, he's going to try and get a rope and then just give the ambulance a little bit of a tug, because unfortunately that's one of the things I didn't pack. So we'll have to get his name. Absolutely amazing, just friendliness and going out his way to help me in a time of need. And that's kind of what doing all of this is all about, living and seeing what happens and adventuring. Unfortunately, this wasn't on the cards, it wasn't planned, but as always, even if I have a bad rowing session, bad training session, we have to deal with the cards that we're given, and then we move. So, fingers crossed he does come back with either someone to help or a rope to pull the ambulance to freedom. So for you it'll be 2 seconds, for me, I'll let you know how long it is. Update 1, as you can see, the ambulance is still stuck. I took some weight out the back, took Yam out the back, so that's around probably approaching 150 plus kilos. And I was really close to getting out, but it just needs that little bit just to get over what is now the hole that we've made. Tried to put some sticks, some wood, but it's not strong enough, not flat enough. And because it's on a slant, it's not quite got much grip on this wheel here. It's all going on this one. So, been about an hour since our German friend left. He's left his diesel heater and ladders and stuff, so I'm confident he'll come back. Just when is the question. Hopefully he's not too far away. Fingers crossed we do finish this adventure positively. We've made it out of the troublesome place. The ambulance has made it to freedom, and Marseille's helped me there with the VW Beetle, the obvious tow vehicle of choice. So thank you very much. Always an adventure. Now off to somewhere. As you can tell, the ambulance is unfortunately still stuck. We got from there, the original place, then over to about here, then to here, and as you can tell, the road there, or at least the track there, is pretty slippery. Marseille's gone now because we couldn't quite get enough grip with his VW Beetle to get us pulled that far back, and that's where we're going. But a little ray of hope. A runner came from out of nowhere. He's asking what's wrong, can I help? He said he's going to run to the farm, the nearby farm, and see if he can talk to the farmer again to see if he can help. So hopefully he does come back. If not, it'll be a case of phoning up the recovery people that I do have. I thought it would just be quicker to see if a farmer was available, but there are more options still. As always, it's a case of dealing with what's put in front of us. So, a little bit of waiting, fueling up, because remember, food is fuel. Unfortunately, the weather is absolutely Baltic. It would have been maybe just get the erg out and do an erg, but I don't think I'll be doing that today. So we're in the ambulance, nice and warm, nice and dry. The person that said he was going to go run and see about a farmer or someone to help has not returned. That's been almost 2 hours, unfortunately. So I've been talking to, for those of you that might watch the videos for a long time, the real JB Stimps, John Stimpson. He used to row and was very good at rowing. He is from France, and he asked if he wanted me to call around sort of garages near me, because obviously speaking French, better communication. He's got in touch with someone that's coming to help. So fingers crossed, this is the person or people that can help the ambulance be free and we can get on the journey. Hopefully, come on. So this is John Stimpson's heroes, hopefully, fingers crossed, have arrived in a little van. Not sure if you see, the heroes are leaving, but he had a look at the van, he had a look at the tracks just here, and he was a bit, oh, we need tractor. So he's off, he's going to bring the tractor, which I'm not sure if that's a big lorry or literally a tractor or something. So fingers crossed he comes back and helps out. John's heroes brought an actual tractor. Okay, we're getting pulled by the tractor. We're moving. We're moving. Okay, we're just gonna get dragged the whole way. So it looks like, fingers crossed, we have made it through that last section. Now just following the tractor man, John Stimpson's heroes, and some huskies as well here. Yam can say hello to them. Just to find an actual bit of road would be absolutely fantastic, and then obviously say thanks to John Stimpson's hero. And that is the adventure complete. Or at least today's adventure just begun, so now the driving can actually start, like I said earlier. Bit of a deep breath, bit of a relax, just get an hour on the road just to chill out, and then get some food, because remember, food is fuel, obviously, and just there's put a little bit of a spanner in the works of when I was supposed to arrive, when I'm trying to get there, when I'm trying to train, etc. But like I said, it happens, things happen, life happens, so now to just continue as if this didn't happen, but just delayed by about 5 or 6 hours. So let's go. And we've made it to Switzerland. And we've made it to our park up. Yam is absolutely shattered today, pretty understandable. We're having dinner, we're relaxing, we're chilling out after a pretty stressful day, but we made it. We got a little bit of travel done, not as much as I would like to. I would have liked to be staying in Italy tonight, but we're still in Switzerland, but that's okay. We'll get to Italy tomorrow after a lovely bit of fueling up tonight. And this is where we stayed the night last night, just on the side of the motorway. So not the most exciting place, but one of the most beautiful places I've ever slept in the ambulance. Now, time to take in the scenery as we drive in that direction towards Italy. Just at the border of Switzerland and Italy, and I panicked so hard. It said passports on the sign, and then people were stopping in bigger vans, and then people were going in motorhomes, and then I just went and asked the border people, and they were just like, why are you stopping? Go on, go on. So, through to Italy now. Whoo-wee! And we've made it to Italy! And we have made it to the last stop of the drive, fingers crossed, touch wood. Just over 250 kilometers left, so about the same mileage as I did last week in training as remaining in the drive. So I know it can be done. Been a really good drive today, really interesting, a lot more relaxed than yesterday. Had a real mix of everything to see, had really flat lakes. I'm not sure, hopefully the videos from the GoPro on the windscreen can kind of do it justice, but bridges, massive tunnels. We were up in the Swiss Alps, down through cities, had a bit of everything in today's drive, which is really awesome. Unfortunately, not been stopping all these places, otherwise it would take me weeks and weeks to get to the race. So maybe that's for future Yam Squad to look forward to for another video in the future, but right now We're just gonna have a little chilled out break, a little bit of a walk, food, because remember food is fuel, and then we do the last leg of the journey. Oh yeah. And we've made it to Piedeluco. We've made it to the final destination where we're going to be rowing. We're still going to be finding where to stay for this evening. Yam's excited back there. Unfortunately, I can't really show you the lake in all of its glory, so you're going to have to stay tuned for the next video. I'll go have a little bit of a walk over just to see the water. The course is just over there, just behind these boats there. But as you can see, it's a little bit dark, so I'll add a little bit of a clip after this. But thank you so much for watching the Travel Days episode. It's been an adventure multiple times behind the camera, especially when the camera's facing out the window. My jaw is just like, it's just dropping. Just the scenery is amazing, the opportunity I have is amazing, and now it's finally time to be able to get the Lamborghini name yet to be determined off the roof, put it on hopefully a rack over there and on the water, not when it's nighttime. So as always, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, especially to actually see the lake in daytime. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Again, very different to what I normally do, a travel episode versus a training or workout video. I did plan on getting some training in throughout the travel days, but with the ambulance getting stuck and the amount of time I actually needed to be driving, didn't quite work out that way. But now we're going to get Yam out, we're going to see the water, and I'll see you in the next episode.